morning. Chris again, obviously. If you got split families, co-parenting, different households, whether it's year 1, year 20 that you've been split, whatever the case is, communicate, but there are some things where you just gotta keep the communication simple. Stick to the facts. Keep it simple. Don't drag your ex into stuff, into conversations that you're worried about that might not be real. Too often we overreact because, well, they're our kids and we want to protect them and help them. But when one of you gets a little crazy, thinking the worst before it's actually happened, or if something bad has happened in their life that is out of your control anyways, that's when you gotta sit back and not meddle. The child will come to you when they're ready. Some of these things that they go through are embarrassing. Some of these things they need to figure out for themselves. Especially grown adult children is mainly what I'm talking about here. Your babies are your babies. You got to get involved in their lives. But when they're grown, you got to let them learn some of these lessons on their own. And they will turn to you when they're ready. It might not even be relevant by the time they turn to you. They may have already worked through that situation for good or bad, right or wrong. But to panic and jump in the middle of their stuff, it's tough. You end up creating worry for everyone. You make people anxious, make yourself anxious. You lose sleep because you start thinking about the worst case scenario. And I'm not saying that being involved is a bad thing. You need to be involved, but getting overly involved and involving the other parent way too soon, you just got to calm down. Keep them in the loop, but you don't need to make bigger deals out of something. And you also don't need to embarrass your child, because there's some things that your children may not ever want you to learn. We've all been there. We all have things that we've grown through, and we don't want our parents to know about us, for whatever reason. And again, a lot of the times the kid will come out and let you know exactly what's going on in their time. But the kid will reach out for help in their time. You just do your best to co-parent, especially with grown kids, but try not to get so involved when they're grown. When they want help, you're there on the spot. That is your job. Be 100% there on the spot when they ask for help. My phone is on always. I got 3 kids that are all grown, but they all know that my phone is always on. I will respond. If I don't hear it, I will call back. They know that. I might sleep through a text message, but my ringer's always on. Night or day, that's the way it is for my kids. And my kids know that. And they reach out when they're ready. When they are ready to talk, or they just want to bullshit, they reach out. I try and stay in touch with them, but when I know they've got something going on, I'm really not trying to pry. I'm trying to let them live. It's a hard deal letting them be adults, but it's necessary. You gotta let them be adults sometimes. You gotta let them feel pain. As much as we don't want to, you've gotta let them have that struggle. They will grow from that struggle one way or the other. Now, if there's some abuse going on, by all means, you get involved. That's the way I see it. You get involved, do whatever you got to do to remove that person from any kind of abuse. But otherwise, normal growing pains, things we've all been through, whatever it is, financial, emotional, relationship, bullshit, whatever, You got to let them grow. They got to feel that pain. Just try not to overreact. Try not to overreact, be reactive, and, drag the other parent into it when it hasn't developed yet. Don't make mountains out of molehills, and don't make enemies of your kids. If you start meddling, they're going to be pissed. So, anyways, as always, love your kids and, hug them as often as you can. If they're living far away, different states, reach out to them today. Call them. Just say I love you and let them talk. If they want to talk, keep it simple.